Hey guys, and welcome back. So I can't tell you how excited I am to be at Amelia Island. Right now we're at Sotheby's auction and we are going to take a look at a bunch of cars. But I will tell you this, it's not every day that I get to have a Zonda Type R sitting behind me. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't know as much about some of these higher end cars just because they are a little bit out of my price range. But we are going to do a plethora of things today and you are going to get to see some cars that you won't get to see anywhere else. So sit back, relax, stay tuned. We've got our F40, we've got our F50, we've got a GTO, and I have to tell you, out of all of the Ferraris, the GTO is the one that I would like to own. I just think it's the heritage, it's the look, it's everything about this. It's the Pininfarina design, but I mean, look at how gorgeous this car is. Now, I've been fortunate enough to see a F40 and a F50 before, but I've not seen one of these in person, and it is spectacular. Let's go ahead and take a look at just some of the other ones, though. Everybody's an F40 fan. Very sparse on the inside, kind of neat to see. Nothing too crazy. Let's take a look at the F50 and see where they went. Obviously still very sparse inside. It's got a little better center console, but not quite. You know, which is even funnier, is I think that the GTO has a better interior than the F40, the F50, and any of them. Of course, the Zonda has the best interior of all of them. Everything carbon fiber. Oh my God, just so beautiful. Now, some of you may or may not know, but I am a huge XJ220 fan, but this is not an XJ220. It has the body of one, but this is an XJR15. It has a huge engine in it, whereas the XJ20s had the 6-cylinder turbos. I believe that this is a 12-cylinder engine, but do not quote me on that. I will have to go back and check. But look at it. It looks like an XJ220, but more race-inspired. It is so funny that today, when we get to see all of these cars, there's a Bugatti over to the left. We've got a Ford GT, we've got the Mercedes, we've got the Porsche, and we've got another Ford over here. It's amazing how these are all wonderful cars that I would love to have, and yet you just glance over them at these type shows. It's crazy. So beautiful. I know that no one can smell this right now, but my goodness, the smell in this Bugatti is like no other. It's definitely leather and champagne. It is absolutely fabulous. One of the craziest things is as soon as I leaned in to get an interior shot, I got a whiff of the interior, and a Bugatti smells like no other vehicle. Just totally amazing. Absolutely love this. I wanted to kind of show you what we have here. I mean, it is everything and everything that you could ever want. I know I spend a lot of time on the modern stuff, but this is a 1935 Auburn 8. It is a speedster. It is gorgeous. Look at this. The front, huge. The back, it's got that beautiful boat tail. It is gorgeous. Let's take a look at the interior here. You can't go wrong with a black car, red leather, and then everything in there. In fact, it's even got a plaque that's engraved on this one. Truly an amazing vehicle. Got to have your standard Rolls Royce. I love these. This looks like a silver cloud. Yes, it is. I would love to have one of these. Of course, when I'm looking at these, I am not looking at one in as good of condition as this. You used to be able to pull these up, not in this condition, mind you, again, for around $30,000. This one is closer to, I'm sure, $100,000. It's also a convertible. Not what I would go for, but it is one that, obviously at Amelia Island in Florida, with the sun this is what you want to be rolling around in. I think that these are underpriced. It's $1 million looking car without spending $1 million. Now, you do have all the Rolls-Royce issues that you would find with one of these, but 1953 Mercedes 300S, just absolutely gorgeous car. Everything here is absolutely gorgeous, but once again, we're starting to see a lot of red interiors, and they just make everything pop. Red with the black, red with the silver, red with white, every one of those color combinations, killer. I'm not sure if it's just me or if I'm picking these years, but this is another 1953. Now, obviously this is a Maserati. This thing is gorgeous. I love this. I love how simple it is. It reminds me of an AC Cobra. However, this is, you know, around that same era, but just a beautiful car. Absolutely amazing. Now here's a car that shows that it's more of like a Phoenix. This is a 74 Dino, and at one point you couldn't give these things away, and now they are truly coveted by collectors. It's one of those little one-offs. People don't know if it's just a Dino, if it's a Ferrari Dino. There is nothing that says Ferrari on it, but it was made by Ferrari. Just a really cool car. I think that they are beautiful. I've always thought they were a good-looking car. I think at the market price now, I will probably never be able to have one, but this is gorgeous. True Ferrari colors, red with the tan interior, targa top, be able to take it out in Florida and let your hair just blow in the wind. And then right next to it, we've got a Cobra. Now, we always see the kit cars that are out on the road, but to actually see one that is a true Cobra from 1964. It's a 289, just a beautiful color. They're expecting this one to go for around $1 million, which is just crazy. But this is why you don't see those just sitting out at most of the car shows. $1 million. I can't pass by the 1962 E-Type. These, I think, are one of the most beautifully designed cars ever made. And you guys know that I have my XKR, and I think the XKR resembles this. Obviously, mine is the coupe and this is the convertible, but man, just to be able to see the resemblance between this and the XKR, I feel almost like there's a little bit of heritage. Of course, the XKR is the one that is on the chopping block, so it's going to be interesting to see, after I've been to this show, do I still want to sell the Jaguar? So the greatest thing is that we are able to see all of these wonderful cars, and even better, it's time to get some drinks.
Not having it divided up. You can get down there and hang out. Yeah.
So now we're in the more normal section, and when I say normal, I mean cars that some of us can afford. Lamborghini Countach, beautiful car. Dodge Viper ACR, this is what I want. This is the last generation of them, so these are the most expensive ones. I would like a 2007, 2008 version of this, but my God, this is the first Viper that I've seen here, and it is gorgeous. If I am not mistaken, this is a Jeff Gordon used NASCAR Busch Series. Very cool. Let's see if it's got the Busch Series sticker. It's got Hendricks Motorsports, but no Busch Series sticker. Now, I do not know if that is a requirement for these. And what year is this? A 2006. So it's very similar to the one that I have in the garage. No, it's not. This thing is all decked out much nicer than mine. I just love BMW M1. Love the style. Love that it's got that beautiful wedge shape to it. You just look at even the wheels. It's amazing. If you would have shown me this when I was in my teens, I would have been like, oh, it looks old and outdated. Now, to me, this looks amazing. And it's probably because a lot of modern cars just don't have that same design factor. Got to be a fan of the BMW Z8s. Think this is gorgeous. It's a beautiful car. It's got the hardtop on it. Beautiful interior. It is definitely an understated car. You drive this when you're not trying to be flashy and show off. Only people that truly know what this is will appreciate it. Everyone else will just think it's a BMW. Beautiful car, really good. Not a big fan of the color. I have to tell you, it's a little too subtle for me. I either want it in black, red, or white. I think those are the three colors that I would take this in. Obviously, red is where I'm gonna go. But I absolutely am loving the throwback to look back and to get to see all of the switches. It so reminds me of the old Le Mans style where you're flipping the switches in the cars. These things are amazing. Now, the 308 is not necessarily the most desirable of all Ferraris, but when you're in this condition, it's amazing what this goes for. Let's actually take a look and see what they have the estimate at. Yeah, that's more than I would have thought. Now, it is a 308 GTB, 225,000 to 275,000. I'm sure it'll sell. This is a perfect car. In fact, it might even be better than it rolled off of the Ferrari factory. All right, guys, so we have made it to Ales Overlands. This is the off-road, four-wheel drive, bigger vehicles, and I can't wait to look at those, but even better than that, they have beer and food. Now, today has taken a toll on me. I've walked like 10,000 steps in the first 4 hours. I'm already tired, but that's okay, because there are so many more things that we get to do and so much more stuff we have to see. Let's just go take a look at what's here. Best use of an off-road vehicle that I've seen today. This man knows how to do it. I mean, that's the right way to go. One of Car Cave's cars, trucks. I'm a big fan of that Ram. That thing is beautiful. The only thing that I think it's missing is the 80s roll bar, like a thick black one with some KC lights. All right, guys, so I finally got a beer. I feel like it's way too long. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not exactly sure at this point. But the good thing is I'm gonna go relax for a few minutes, talk with some friends, hang out, drink some beer, and look at some four-wheel drive vehicles. Well, guys, I made it back home, and I was exhausted after that trip, but my goodness, how much fun that I had. Now, you just watched a fraction of the video that will be coming out, and this is just kind of like the start of Amelia Island. But I have to give a huge thanks to Car Cave. Without these guys, I would not have been able to do a tenth of what I was, and I would not have had a fraction of the fun that I did. These guys are absolutely amazing, and the awesome part is they are going to be starting their own YouTube channel soon, so hopefully I'll be able to work with them in the future. I know that I'm going to be going back with them next year to Amelia Island. This is one of those events that I'm surprised it took me this long to go to, but was well worth it, and I'll keep going back. I got to meet Tyler from Hoovie's Garage, I got to meet Freddie from Tavarish, and I got to meet Ed from VinWiki. That was truly amazing. It was just cool to see some of those. And then I also got to see Wayne Carini, and also Courtney Hansen was there. So that was kind of fun just to see them walking through the crowds. Anyway, if you've made it this far, I truly appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe. I've got a ton more video that will be coming out for Amelia Island. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.